What the living heck? What? You used to cut grass? Clippings? Is that what you do in England? Hello everybody and welcome back to Evan Edinger's cooking show without the cooking. My name is Evan Edinger and today we're going to be doing another community video. Whoa! Did I say that quickly? You bet your bottom dollar I did. Don't bet your top dollar. Keep that one for safety. Speaking of cooking, we're going to be cooking in sunlight today. It might go up and down the exposure. I'm playing with my stress levels for editing. Also, because there was no community video last week, we're basically doubling up, having two different videos, comments in one. Here we go. Now, the first video I'm going to be pulling comments from is the one I made on weird baby names in the US and the UK. The one that you guys and myself did seem to find the funniest was Shooter, of course. Imagine losing your kid in a shopping center and calling Shooter to find the child. Shooter! Shooter! People just running. It's a joke, but also it shouldn't be a joke. Don't name your child Shooter. Love your children, please. My cousin's middle name is literally Danger. His mom wanted him to be able to tell girls his middle name is Danger and not be lying. You know what his mom could do? Love him. His mom could literally love him. That's an option, you know. You don't have to. How is that? My middle name is Danger. Prove it. My mom didn't love me.
Wow, what a dreamboat. You got mommy issues, I got daddy issues. Let's get together, we just have issues.
Now, to be fair, having a middle name of Danger isn't that bad of a thing. First name, big no-no. Middle name, okay, sure. Nobody even really uses their middle name these days anyway. Some people I know, they use their middle name as their main name, so Tyler Oakley. You could do Danger Oakley. Sounds like a tree you don't want to mess with. I guess it's not as bad as it could be. Like Corey said, you could end up having a child named Craig. So, you know, choose your battles. My dad's cousin is named Evan Effin Evans. Now that's a name I can get behind. Who likes Evan? Who likes it 3 times as much? What's your name? My name's Evan Effin Evans. Effin as a middle name is where I'm like, I did have a band teacher in middle school whose name was James Jameson. And I thought that was funny, okay? Once I found out his first name is James, I'm like, that's silly. Why would you do that? But Evan Evans? Funny. Evan Effin Evans? Funnier. Don't do that. This whole video is just like, don't name your children bad things, please. All right, there's no cultural thing here with the Effin. Unbeknownst to me, after I upload this video, it turns out Effin is a cultural name of Serbia, so whoops. Jamie Oliver's kids. Poppy, Honey, Rosie Oliver. Petal Blossom Rainbow Oliver. Daisy Boo Pamela Oliver. River Rocket Blue Dallas Oliver, and Buddy Bear Maurice Oliver. Buddy Bear? Rainbow? Daisy Boo? Okay, how did we miss these? Okay, Noah, Corey, how did you... I don't know how these were missed. Those are beautiful, silly names. I mean, I guess if you want your children to sound like they're in their own YA fiction novel, go for it. Go for Petal Blossom Rainbow. That sounds like some type of lip balm you get at Claire's Jr. Is that what it's called? It's the Claire's, and there's like the kids one. Claire's for kids. You know this.
Hey, sir. Do you got any? You got any Petal Blossom Rainbow lip balm? My lips are really dry. Please, sir.
Wasn't there some lady in the US that literally named their little boy after the female body part? Oh no, the female body part. Can you imagine growing up with the name The Star Star Star? The Star Star Star. You left your homework in class. Why did your mom name you the Star Star Star? I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. The name rhymes with the female body part. It's Dolores, rhymes with clitoris. The way he pronounced Charlotte, it's Charlotte, not Charlotta. That's how it's pronounced in German. Thank you, by the way, Germans, for fighting in my corner. Listen, I know how it's pronounced. Charlotte is a name. We didn't really have a lot of Charlottes growing up in the States, but we did have Charlotte, South Carolina. I mean, we do have that. It's just that I've been watching a whole lot of Dark on Netflix, a TV show. It is German, and so obviously if Charlotta is one of the main characters whose name is spelled Charlotte, but it's pronounced Charlotta, I got Charlotta on the brain, okay? A Charlotta to think about. You get it? My brain is automatically in German name mode, and so without even thinking, I just went Charlotta. But if you noticed, Corey's face, he definitely picked up on that, but he was polite about it. He just kept it to himself. So before you go and bash my pronunciation of things, okay, open up your cultural minds. Not everything is in English. Some things are in German, okay? Try to flex as much as I can on this channel. Are we gonna ignore how Evan pronounces aria? Listen, it's another one. I've never seen that name before in my life, okay? Apologies. It looks like Area, all right? Area 51. Come on. I feel like this is the same argument I always make when people mispronounce my name and say, oh, is your name Even? No, you already have a word spelled Even, E-V-E-N, so clearly this is gonna be a little bit different. Have you never heard of Evan Almighty? So Area. Okay, I humbly apologize to all Arias in my audience, please. Now moving on from the baby names video, I also did a video about primary school nostalgia, and I got a couple comments that confused me a bit. We have, who else had a tuck shop at primary school at break times? Now, 469 of you did. What is tuck? The only thing I can think of tuck is when you're a sailor and you gotta eat the worst of all food, but it keeps you alive. It's kind of like lembas bread, but for Rizzle. Why did I say for Rizzle? Either way, it's just tack. Oh, that's tack. What's tuck? I don't know. People said breadsticks and raisins. First of all, raisins, gross. Breadsticks, all right. What are you doing? We had chocolate bars, crisps, and sweets in ours, and they cost like 20p. So I'm assuming a tuck shop is just a little mini shop where you get to buy stuff at school. The cakes were also good. You got breadsticks, you got raisins, you got sweets, chocolates, you got cakes. Is this a bake sale? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely, I'm missing out on this cultural experience and I'd like to relate, please. I'd like to be in on this inside joke. Thank you, Britain. Anyone else have a computer lab in their school with no computers in their classroom? So I can't quite remember if we had a computer lab. I just know that one of the classrooms had like 4 computers. So while everyone had the choice to go out for recess, 4 people could choose to play on the computers instead of playing outside. And so you kind of had to fight over who's gonna do that. And that was just in the one classroom. All right. We can't all have entire labs full of computers. We just had one classroom with 4 big brick boy computers in the back. I can't believe I used to spend £2 on an iced bun, which was just a bit of icing on a hot dog bun. You know what? I liked those. We got those from the vending machines that were in our school. We had vending machines that had iced buns or sticky buns, the ones that were the same thing, but without the icing. Not quite as good, but yeah, they were overpriced. They were like $1.25 for us, so not quite £2. You guys were ripped off. But it was not a hot dog. It was a hot dog bun. I feel that too. Nothing like asserting your dominance on the playground by listing off every monarch since 1066. I used to do that all the time in the States. I'd go, none. We don't have any monarchs, okay? We didn't list the presidents either, because that's weird. Is this actually a thing? I mean, 51 of you seem to thumbs it up as if this was an accomplishment. You just go through the parks being like, hello, King George. King George II. King George the I don't know. There's a Richard, right? Clearly, I would have no dominance in a British school system, except for my height. I could beat some kids up, just can't tell them the names of monarchs. I will not beat children up. Let's cut that out. It baffles me how school buses collect kids and drop each one off at their houses in America. If I had that in my school, my journey home would probably take about 3 hours. Well, what you're not thinking about there is that our school buses are pretty big, our school districts are pretty small, and so it works out pretty well in our favor, okay? At my elementary school in particular, from grade 1 to 6, we had about 500 students. Now, 500 students, how many buses? Well, each bus has about 72 children that can fit on them. They really cram us in like sardines. You got 3 people on the left seat, 2 people on the right seat, 15 rows, minus 3 kids for safety. You got only the need for 6 buses. However, you got a lot more. They're not just used by the elementary school, they're also used by the middle school and the high school. And that's why they have a tiered system for when students have to go to school. That way, they can use the buses more effectively, pick up all the elementary school kids, take them there, then pick all the high school kids up, take them there, and do the middle school kids, take them there. And also, now that I think about it, New Jersey is the most densely populated state in the US, so it makes sense that maybe we don't have to go that far. I think my longest bus journey was when I moved from a suburb area of New Jersey to a really rural one, and that was like sometimes a half hour to get home. It was pretty rough, but you just kind of forget. You play Game Boy, do your homework. I remember when the grass was cut on the playing field, and all the children in my primary school would collect the grass up from the field and build nests. And if you weren't careful, another group or class would try and steal some of your grass. Things would break up in full grass war anarchy. What the living heck? What? You used to collect grass clippings? Is that what you do in England? Sorry, that is not relatable to me in the slightest, but it's a lovely story. Tell me more. I feel like the only comparable thing I can think of is we used to jump in piles of leaves. It's not quite the same. There wasn't like a war of whose leaf pile was bigger. It was just, let's all work together and make a big boy pile to jump in. All right? We also trade diddle papers in Belgium. Ha ha ha. They're supposed to be fancy letter paper, but nobody ever used them to write letters. Yeah, I've never heard of diddle papers before making this video, but it seems like every European was big into trading these. So you're just supposed to write on them, but you trade them. I like that, because it actually has utility that you don't use them for. Like Pokemon cards, you'd trade, but no one actually read the rules on how to play with them naturally. You would just go, Charizard's cooler, he kills your Squirtle. And you'd be like, well, it's water advantage. You'd be like, he's really cool. Yeah, can't argue with that. But I also think it makes a lot of sense that diddle papers never really caught on in the UK. Can't imagine being like, hey, diddle me. No! So there you are on the playground, age 8. You're in between the wood chip bit and the piles of grass that children are fighting over. And in your right ear you hear, Ayla, give me a diddle. No! Miss Foster! I can't keep a British accent. I just keep putting on that. We did not have carpet squares. Is this a Jersey thing? And then we also got another comment that said, we only got carpet squares in kindergarten. They were the best. Thank God for this comment, because I started freaking out. I'm Googling carpet squares. I'm wondering, why didn't Editor Phoenix just put a picture of a carpet square in when I talked about them? I can't find any pictures of them on Google. It's like they didn't exist. We're living in an alternate timeline without carpet squares? Luckily not. They do exist. There's just no proof of them, except this one comment. Thank you. They were extra fuzzy as well. They were like a foot by a foot. They kept them all in like a little shelf in your classroom, and then when it was time to go out for assembly, you just pull out your carpet square, bring it down to the assembly floor, put it on the ground, save yourself a little dirty bum. And then in the UK, you just sit on the dirty ground, get your dirty booty. I feel like pizzas on Friday is a universal American thing, but somehow, my mom, who works in an elementary school, does pizza on Mondays. A blasphemy. How are you supposed to start the week with pizza? The thing with pizza on Friday is, you've gotten through, okay? You've gotten through the whole week, and then you get to celebrate with pizza. Not only did I have pizza on Friday as a kid at elementary school, I'd go home, and as a family, we'd have group pizza from Pat's Pizzeria. That's how you do it. And you can't put pizza on Monday. Monday is French toast and sausage day. Why do I remember these meals so clearly? Because French toast and sausage day was my favorite day. And then pizza day, because it was that little Elio square. I genuinely don't think I can remember most any of the other elementary school lunches. Just French toast, sausage, pizza, and every once in a while we had meatloaf. I live in the US and the East Coast, and every single park has Wadden chips. What is he talking about, Lamau? How about learn how to spell wooden? How about that, Lauren? At least I could spell. Judging from the comments, it seems that a lot of people in America experience wooden chips. I never had to, okay? Maybe we just didn't have wooden chips. We had mulch. It was like wooden chips, but smells like poopy. It's a custom smell. You begin to enjoy it. It's like a fine wine. You're like, mulch. Well, that about does it for today's community video. Thank you very much for watching. Also, by the way, just before you go, I know you're already like, whoa, I hear his outro voice. It's time to skiddly-diddly-daddle. But I'm probably not going to be uploading a Thursday video next week just because Editor Phoenix is going to be away. I'm giving him a holiday. You're welcome. And so instead, we're just going to have a little hiatus. But as usual, there'll be another Sunday video, and then the Thursday videos will resume, probably with another video like this. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and checking me out. I do appreciate it. I hope to see you again this Sunday. See you then. Goodbye. Hello, welcome to my room. This is light, this is feel. This is just feel. This is light with feel, no feel. Feel, light, feel my lights. I have a party.